Hello, we're Catfish and the Bottlemen, and you're watching Favourites on Live in Limbo. Mine's 7, which is a new one, which was the first song I'd actually written for the new album. So it was the very start of the blueprint for it all, I guess. So that's my favourite because it's got this kind of big crescendo explosion at the end that I like doing.
I think I'd agree with you there. It's just a good encapsulation of everything from the new record. You had some pretty strange ones at Leeds Festival, haven't you? I don't know what that fully entails the question, but usually you get some scenes at that, the likes of people with no clothes on, doing handstands on top of the crowds and things like that. Certainly see some interesting stuff at them sort of dates.
Bondy normally takes me outside for a little smoke and plays me something new, and then I'll do the same to him. So that's my favourite way of finding music through the bond.
It's always been the same for me, just getting tipped off from a friend about something, and it's usually a good sign because they're not going to suggest something that you're not going to like, when it's somebody you know telling you what you should go and listen to. So
I don't think it's new, but Bondy got me into Father John Misty when we were recording the album. I like every song he's put out. The Streets, because America don't really know the Streets, I don't think, and they're one of my favourite bands growing up. Benji Hughes, a songwriter called Benji Hughes, is great.
There's a band called Canyons from Australia I'm really into. It's just one of them sort of Tame Impala associated acts, and they can't really do much wrong in my eyes. I'm attached to my guitars. They're not any particularly special. Yeah, it's not like a 52 Telecaster or something. They're all in the last 20 years, but just when you play the same thing night in, night out, moving on to a different guitar always feels a bit strange. I'm yet to delve into the real relics of vintage guitars. It's always on the mind, but I'll get around to that another time.
Sardy gave us, when we finished recording the album, he gave us like this speaker, which is kind of like an old, I don't know if you can see that like Vox amp over there, but it's kind of like one of those amps but hollowed out. So you can open it like a suitcase or a briefcase. And it's got these 2 big speakers in it. You can Bluetooth your phone up to it and all that kind of stuff. And it's basically a big speaker you can listen to music on. And we were always listening to music in the dressing rooms and that. So
Sardy tried to lend me that guitar last time we went round. There's a band called the MC5 who I love from the 60s. And their guitar player, Wayne Kramer, used like a Stars and Stripes like Stratocaster. This is like a really iconic rock guitar. And Sardy had one in the storage room, and we went round there for like a listening party a while ago, and he was trying to go like, just take it home, man. Just take it home. It felt too bad to do it. But that would have been one of the most treasured items.
Dave Sardy. Oh, Bondy. Dave Sardy, our producer, or Bondy's my favourite on Instagram. He's pretty funny.
The entire thing, really.
Yeah.
There wasn't, I don't think anything particularly stood out as just a really pleasurable, and it's quite a quick experience making the whole record, wasn't it? It all came together quite fast, and we got to do it with a dream producer of ours, Dave Sardy, at like a home studio in LA, and the place is just kitted out like a musician's dream. So the entire process for me.
I'd agree with that one.
Just have to be the gigs itself, really. It's pretty simple. It's the reason why you do the entire of the rest of the stuff when you're out there, it's what it's all about. And you always say that the purpose of the songs even is to sell tickets as opposed to like have a hit or whatever. It's just about getting people in a room and having a good time, really. Yeah,
the songs that we write are always written to kind of sell out rooms as opposed to get chart positions and fame and all that stuff. So yeah, I'd agree. Just playing the shows is the best part. I know it's an obvious one, but I like singing the lyrics every night. That's my favourite bit. Smoke. Ever smoke?
Scream at trains.
Governor's Ball in New York for me. That's my favourite festival in the world. And 2 years ago, I saw the Strokes there for the first time and met up with some of my mates there who were playing Little Comets, and they're one of my favourite bands. So 2 years ago we played that, and then this year we've just played it, and the Killers were headlining, and me and Bondy were kind of on our knees singing passionately into each other. You know what I mean? Like about the Killers. So it was Governor's Ball for me, if that counts as a venue.
Yeah, I'm sure it counts. It's isn't it? For me, it's the Clooney in Newcastle. It's the mecca of the Oostrom.
Don't walk in front of the speakers with the microphone in your hand. That squeals, deafens the crowd. I learnt that on this tour. Mine are still miles off. Really, sellout shows, yeah.
Yeah, the rate at which things sell out in the UK, especially, is just pretty overwhelming to see, and like I'd say that's a pretty.
Can you say live in general, like, you know, like the amount of tickets that are being sold back home and stuff like that, and even here, all these shows have been sold out. So, you know, I just think selling out shows in general, whether it's 50 or 50,000, it never. It's just growing and watching it sell is the kind of the buzz I chase. Basically, the whole reason I'm in a band is for that. You know, playing the venues, watching them grow, crowds grow, and the volume of those crowds grow. So that really, for me.